Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video. So today I wanted to do a buy it now type of video because I came across a completed listing for a really desirable CGC 9.8 at a fantastic price, I gotta say. Yeah, it really kind of surprised me, the price. So I think right now it might be a good time to buy this CGC 9.8 key issue at a really good price. I do want to recommend two CGC 9.8s here that are pretty related to, and we'll get into those details. But yeah, I mentioned they're a really fantastic price that caught me off guard. Maybe this is some evidence that the modern CGC 9.8 comic book market could be cooling off just a little bit. Like even the Venom 3 the Venom number 3 third prints in the 9.8s used to be 800, now they're kind of 550 to 600. They've lulled a little bit as well. So something to keep an eye on. We'll be doing a pricing video here in the next few videos, so that'll be good to kind of get up to date on all that. But two CGC 9.8 comic books to recommend here. And I do want to focus in on that first one there where I saw an auction in it go for a really great price. Yeah, this is such a cool key to consider. So let's talk about here Thor number 1. The Ribic variant cover. Yeah, this one I've recommended in the past a couple times on the channel, but really quick, let's get right to that completed listing. It went for $178 in an auction just in the past week here on eBay. Yeah, Thor number 1 in the CGC 9.8 in a new case, the Ribic variant cover. So $178 in the last, basically the history of promotion sort of on this one is this one really heated up again after the Phase 4 Marvel announcements where there's like a new Lady Thor movie coming out, and I think it's going to be coming out late next year. So this one really heated up off the back of that. I remember in the 9.8, in an auction, $291. I remember a few over $300 in an auction. A good deal for me on this was like $250, $275. So to see one go for $178 makes me think now might be the time to get in there if you really want this one, because yeah, the promo's kind of lulling after that initial announcement, but next year if the movie does really well and hits hard, this book's going to be a really good one to have, and the next one as well I'll recommend. But 99 9.8s out there in the blue label, so one of 99 in the blue label. Not too many of these out there. It is a more rare variant. I think it's a 1 for 100 variant, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, don't quote me on that exactly. I forgot to look that up. 9.8 ratio though, 90%. So not a really relatively rare variant in the 9.8. You'd like to see that a bit lower for like, a 2014 book, but almost all of them, 90% are 9.8s out of all graded copies are CGC 9.8. So that 178 auction, was one I was not watching. I did not see it. It was kind of someone on the team kind of messaged me it. And, that's such a great price. This is one that I've said I kind of wanted in the past, and I think it's really going to heat up leading into the Thor movie next year. These Assad Ribic Thor covers are just becoming very well collected. I think, a lot of the Thor collectors are gravitating to this cover artist as one of the better modern Thor cover artists for sure. So 178, an absolute steal. I would kind of recommend this to grab this one. I think even a little over 200 in the 9.8 is worth it. And, be patient here. Like, the movie's not coming out in the next 2-3 months or anything like that. And everyone knows it's coming. So, there's probably going to be some lulls. You're going to have all next year. And, I don't think the movie's coming out until late next year, probably about this time next year. So, yeah, maybe just over 200 for Thor number 1, the Ribic variant cover. There's a lot of other variant covers, but as I said, the Assad Ribic artist is one of probably the most popular modern Thor artist right now, Thor cover artist, I would say. So this Ribic variant cover is kind of the one I would recommend to get. And yeah, wow, 178, what a steal. Congrats to whoever bought that, but hopefully you get it for around 200 to 225. With, again, me seeing these a lot going over 300 sort of right after that announcement kind of thing. I think even one might have even touched 400 sort of, when everyone was really pumped up about Jane Foster as Thor. Okay, so next book to recommend as well, because I think it's just a great investment grade book and it's totally related. What If number 10, the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. Yeah, so the first book too, the Thor number 1 in the Ribic variant, is the first appearance of sort of the first modern appearance of Jane Foster as Thor in the Marvel continuity, I guess you could call it. But they did do a What If issue in 1978, What If number 10, where they thought about Jane Foster as Thor for the first time. So collectible, this one, and I've mentioned this one, I think it was on a pricing video, where it's lulling as well, like sort of after the announcement, and the timing's kind of right. Like if you really love Lady Thor and you want to get in there and you like Jane Foster Thor, this is kind of the time to get it before it heats up again, or will be the time sort of moving into the next few months here, where you can probably get it at a decent price. And there has been some decent prices on the completed listings for What If number 10. We'll get into that. 121 9.8s in the blue label. So yeah, just a great collector item. Like both of these are really great collector items. 99 in the blue label in the first one, 121 in this one. 13% the 9.8 ratio. So an older book. So of all graded copies, only 13% of them are 9.8. So that's pretty good. This is a really old book, so it's not amazing or anything, but a really nice 9.8 relative rarity there. So this one with some completed listings here in the past couple months, I would say, weeks and months, let's say, anywhere from like 750 to 800. So this is one where off the back of that announcement, I think I remember one going for like 1,499 or something like that. Like this is one that just heated up right away off the back of that Phase 4 Marvel announcement of the Lady Thor movie. The promo just picks up and some of these 9.8 prices skyrocket. And but this one coming back down to 750, 800. I think that price range kind of, it just makes sense. Like we'll get into one of the reasonings here is part of 3 reasons I came up with why these are just really good buys right now. So let's get into that because it relates to What If number 10. But What If number 10 in the CGC 9.8 is basically less money than an Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 in the CGC 9.8. So the Edge of Spider-Verse 2, First Spider-Gwen, great book, don't get me wrong, but that's like $850. I've heard of people paying up to $1,000 for that one right now, even. Whereas What If number 10, First Lady Thor, $750 to $800, maybe a little bit less, but Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, there's over 2,000 of those in the CGC 9.8. What If number 10, 121. So just a way better collector item. You still, both books, you get a first iconic appearance, but I just think this is a way better collector item and has, you know, it's the better book out of those two, I believe, to purchase. And I just think it's a really solid investment grade book. And right now, you're getting a good price. Like there's certainly people 6 to 12 months ago when that announcement happened were paying a lot more for both of these books. So yeah, that's why I think right now it makes sense to purchase, to definitely consider buying them right now. But the first reason was, What If number 10 in the 9.8 is less money than Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 in the CGC 9.8, yet there's only 100, just over 100, over 2,000 of Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. That doesn't make sense, I don't think. It just makes What If number 10 seem like a really good value in the 9.8. Second reason why I think both of these are kind of good, timely buys is the prices are pulling back from that initial promotion buzz that, you know, there's been a little Lady Thor buzz from the Thor movies and things like that, but then it really picked up after that Phase 4 announcement, I think it's Phase 4, but a lot of these Thor books really heated back up again. Now they're lulling down a bit. The prices show that. The evidence shows that. Definitely that Thor number 1 Ribic variant was right around 300, you know, maybe 250 if you just got a screaming deal. 178 in an auction. So that's what kind of really made me want to buy this video, or make this video about buying these books. You're getting in on that pullback from that initial wave of promotion, and the prices were spiked up there. And yes, that third reason here, you get a big first appearance of a huge hero. an iconic hero, I think, that has a lot of potential moving forward here. But like even pop culture has sort of run with Thor, and they're obviously coming out with a Lady Thor movie, so depending on how well that does, maybe they'll make a couple more, maybe they won't. But like I think with Thor, like the Hemsworth actor or whatever his name is, he did a really good job with Thor, and like Thor's like, you know, a mainstream hero now, so the Lady Thor, it makes a lot of sense that this one is kind of a good book to grab and a high potential one over time, I think, because yeah, Thor is kind of in pop culture more than ever now, and certainly a big classic Marvel character, so the lady version just makes a lot of sense from a collector perspective having it. So yeah, those 3 reasons there. It really compares well to Edge of Spider-Verse #2. The prices are pulling back, and you get that big first appearance in both of these books. Yeah, kind of the first one in 1978, and then sort of the in Marvel continuity first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so yeah, we'll wrap it up there. I just wanted to make a video because I saw that completed listing, and it just kind of dawned on me, and we've discussed What If #10, the older book, on our pricing videos and things like that, and I was like, yeah, good time to buy. With that completed listing for Thor #1, the Ribic variant, yeah, I just think these are timely purchases right now, yeah. And, you know, no rush. I think that movie the movie doesn't come out till late next year, so hopefully you get the Ribic variant in the 9.8 closer to 200, with that auction going for 178. And What If #10, CGC 9.8 white page is looking really good, 750 to 800. I think if you got a really long-term time horizon, a 1 of 121 in the 9.8. That's a really great investment grade book to consider as well. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. If you haven't already, I would invite you to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. Yeah, hit the bell for all the latest video notifications, and add me on Instagram and Twitter. All the links will be in the description below for the socials. Well, yeah, you know, just seeing that completed listing just made me want to make a video, and then realizing I had sort of touched on wanting to recommend What If 10 in one of our pricing videos. Yeah, I just think the timing's right on both of these, so worth it in a kind of standalone buy it now video. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, I really appreciate all the support, and hopefully got some ideas if you haven't come across these 2 before. But thanks so much for watching. Yeah, really appreciating all the conversations I'm having on Instagram as well. Message me on Instagram if you did have any questions. But thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.